Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a month. I am going to update you on what I've been using, my thoughts on what I want to use next year. I'm sure we've all been watching the exact same stuff. And yeah, let's start. So last time I was on, I was using, of course, my weeks, which is the April start now. If you've been following, I ended up buying this one because there was a lot of changes like right around April in my life, and I thought, what about a clean start? And I just really didn't want to be in a mega anymore too. So I've been really, really happy with this. It really works for me really well, and I've been even like keeping up, not necessarily with the coloring, but I'm only like 2 weeks away, and I use a lot of the colors to write what I've done. I have my trackers on here. If you've been following me for a while, you know I have my trackers. They're like double and triple in many places. And that is because I'm tracking stuff that are, I don't know if boring, but like that can be hard to accomplish, like, lifting weights. I'm trying to do as many days as I can. So yeah, lately, it's been 2 weeks. So usually I just have like a tiny tracker in here. I don't even see if you can see it, but I've been told that I have some diet restrictions. And so I started doing a little bit of more of a setup on the right side of the week. So the left side has always been me writing my personal things that have happened in the week, and then I'll draw some highlights. And if I have time, I'll color it, right? Now on the right side, I have a columns from my meals. I have a columns from recipes that I like, and I put little stars so I remember if I really like the recipe or not. Since, like, again, I have a lot of restrictions all of a sudden, and then always the habit tracker in here. This was the first week I did it, and I really liked it, so I'm doing it again this week. I have less recipes because I've kind of been re-eating stuff that I liked, and that works for me. I still have my finances in the back, and I still have like I had downloaded some of Sterling Inc.'s freebies, and I have some of the trackers. Now these I had drawn, and then I remembered that I actually have a little stencil for them, so I've been like using it. So September will have better stenciled out trackers. Now I'm still using my 2 weeks, which are tarot and gratitude. These are the ones that I'm kind of questioning what I'm going to do next year, as far as, do I have 3 weeks? Am I buying a new one for like December, January? Am I sticking with this until next April? Many questions. To be completely honest, I don't know if you've been following the lineup, but so far I haven't seen anything that's been like wooing me, except for the Moomin, which I absolutely love all the time. But I don't know that I would, if I would get were to get the Moomin, I would want it to be my main planner. So if it's the only one that I like, maybe I will make it a tarot. There was a leak for the Hobonichi reveal. I'm sure some of you have seen it, and there was one cover for weeks that looked like it was from the same artist, and I might be wrong. Again, they're very blurry, and that one I would get. So always the same for that. Now, last time I was using this with ink impression insert, and this is a traveler's notebook passport size, and that was my journal. And then I had gotten the Filofax Personal, which I love, still adore this cover, and I'm usually not a fan of Filofax leather, but this is gorgeous. I don't know, the color, the feel of it is just really, really beautiful. I am no longer in neither of these two, and these two have been replaced by this one. So I got a plotter. I tried to resist it for a very long time. These videos from everybody are very hard to resist. Now, I resisted for a very long time because this is not cheap. Let's be honest. This is a lot of money. And I was just like, it doesn't feel, I don't technically have the funds to spend like almost $200 on a binder. The only reason I ended up breaking is I bought it from Atlas Stationery or Stationers. I should have the atlasstationers.com. And they do have a point system, and they have this thing was when you subscribe, you get a percentage off. And on top of that, I think it's afterpay, so you don't have to pay all at once and you don't get interest. And I like that. So that's why I bought it. Now I wish I had the colorful one like this. If anybody, wants to part with one. And this is the Bible size. What I like about the Bible size is it's the same size as the Philip Fax Personal. So you can use a lot of the inserts you already have, which is what I did. So I have this plastic from Filofax. This is one of my photos that I sized up and printed literally at a printer at work. So it's not exactly like the best printer, but I really like it. And I like the idea that I can change it up because I have, I really like the rings. Okay, let's be honest. It's working for me. Right now, I don't have any weekly or monthly inserts. I already bought the ones for 2025. I got the email today that they were available. I didn't want to not have it. And I do love their paper so much. And so I've been kind of doing this for the weeks. I just put this because it was like first day of September. It's from Coffee Monsters Go. So I've been using these. I think they're the 5 millimeter dotted. And then I have Master To-Do List, which was in my Filofax already. Um, these card inserts, which I have my Instax in, which I love that I can have a little photo album. This is my folder that I called Growth, and this slipped at the last minute. That's okay. And it's anything that I'm working on. So right now, there's the list of the planners I want to get for 2025, which I'm going to talk about. I do want to stay in the plotter, so I already, again, just told you the monthly and weekly inserts is going to go there. What goes in my weekly inserts, you ask? Because my weeks has everything. Yes, but it doesn't have my work stuff. So this has my work stuff and all the to-dos for the day, and I open it in the morning, and that's when I write my to-dos. There's my master to-do list here. I have some notes in here. So between everything, I keep track of my life, which is not that complicated. For some reason, if I don't have everything written a couple times, it just doesn't work. It just is like a peace of mind. If I don't have to think about remembering something, it's better for me. And so if I have points where I have to look, then it works. And this works really good. So the growth is kind of like I have some of the same paper. It's notes on stuff I'm studying, working on, wanting to do. So there's my list of planners. I was like looking into emotional intelligence and how it works and how to develop it, as much for me as for my kids, because they say it's the most important thing to have. Um, all my notes, plans, like I'd like to be more consistent with YouTube, and so I have to have some kind of checklist for myself. Otherwise 30 days go by and I'm like, I can't believe I haven't posted in 30 days. That kind of stuff. Another one of my photos, I cut it like really bad. I couldn't find the cutter, so I have to reprint this one and another one. I think I might keep this one for a while. I was thinking maybe I could make these, like, size them as personal pocket, like whatever ring size, and if people want them, have them as a digital download, which are pretty cheap. Um, these are the same inserts, and this is my personal journal. I am at work most of the time, so whenever I need to journal, a lot of the times it's at work. This one stayed boring because it's finances. It's boring. We don't like finances, right? And then I have these two inserts, which I don't know why I have them there. I don't have the pen inserts. I don't remember why. I think I was trying to keep it cheap, so I got the stuff that I needed, and I was like, I'll get it next time. I did get it with the inserts that I got from Plotter today for next year, so I will have it. But yeah, I wish I had the more colorful one. I think I like the simplicity, and I've never been that precious with something. I was pretty precious with this one too, because I like the smoothness, and I just usually I'm the person that likes a leather to get scratched up and patinaed everything. This one already came all shiny, and this one smells delicious, by the way. And it's, I just want it to stay nice. So that's why this is what I take to work with my laptop. There's this pouch. In there, you will also find this oldie from Shakespeare that has my I have two pens for it, the one I write and the one I draw. My illustrated journal, and with Miss Moss stickers. I am completely caught up, except I haven't drawn in like a couple of days, and I haven't colored in like 2 months. I kind of always say it's like this is what I do during the holidays is like finish coloring everything, but I may do it before. I don't know. So that's that. Ta-da! Love it, and I take it to work every day. And then I've been taking my Superior Labor like little pouch with some of the colors. I like to use the paper. What is it called? Papermate. Yeah, Papermate. The I like the thinner ones, but I have this one's thick. This one's thinner. That's the difference between the two. I have this highlighter that I don't need right now. It was for last week. I have my palette Decimo, which I use in my plotter, but I also have these three fountain pens. I wanted to use more colors. I haven't been, but they're there, and I love them, and they're inked, so whatever. You know, it's funny. I don't know if you guys, somebody else has that, but this is the Superior Labor, and you get the marks from this pressing on it. Still love it. The leather is absolutely fabulous. So very happy with this. Now, next year, I haven't again completely fallen in love with anything yet. Oh, also, hold on. I need to also say my 5 year still going strong. So this is a year 7 technically for me since it's my second book. Love these. And then I was sent this um, book from Clever Fox. They wanted me to choose one, and they sent me the Self Love Journal. I've been using it not every day. What I like is that I don't have to use it every day, but I actually find it really interesting. So last time I used it was yesterday. Um, there's 3 points, the gratitude journaling part. So I'm grateful for. I will do one thing I love. That's every day. To do list, there's 3 items. I will live by this affirmation. This changes every day. I'm excited about, I am proud of, how do I feel today? And then the last 2 questions are different. How can I be more open to learning from mistakes? What are some things that make me feel fulfilled? Is one day. 3 of my favorite people in the world are positive highlight. So what I like is they're really good journaling prompts. Let's not talk about the rose gold. It's really pretty. But so they just send me this for a review. I'm not like getting paid for it or anything. What I like too is at the beginning, there's a lot of questions, and I find them kind of difficult to answer, which is very interesting. There's a little bit of a blurb, self-esteem, and what it means. And then there's a bunch of questions like, what are my three favorite things about myself? What are my 3 biggest criticism of myself? My Hall of Fame? What makes it fluctuate? Then there's self-awareness. If I had to describe myself to a stranger in one sentence, what would I say? Like, those are really difficult questions, you guys. Like, I was like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Oh yeah, my neighborhood is always like this. Then there's a whole wellness check, which I haven't even answered yet. And I've had this, I started it end of June. So I've done quite a few days on this. Um, and then there's like physical, social, spiritual, emotional, um, financial, occupational, intellectual, environmental. So all this is like a grid, but then there's 3 columns. Where am I now? Where do I want to be? What can I do? And I will say that this is really good for even building a bullet journal, just to know the things that you're working on. It's like, where am I now? Where do I want to be? What can I do to go from A to B, right? So I recommend it, and they have a lot of journals, and they're a very big company, and they've sponsored YouTubers. But I was very grateful that they asked me which one I wanted, and they sent me this probably because of the content, and it is a very good product. I'll put the link in the description box. Now, next year, let's talk about it. I'm obviously going to be doing the illustrated journal because I've been doing it for 8 years, and now if I didn't, I would really feel like a failure. The plotter, I love it, and it's perfect. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's a perfect in between. This is more like fun and like my to-dos as far as like doctor's appointment and stuff like that. This is like work and daily to-dos and my personal journal, which works great together, right? If you go to write in your journal, you also go to write, what do I need to accomplish today? And this works really good. I do need a blotting paper, because I'm using the Decimo, and the paper, it will smudge with a fountain pen, but I really do love it. I can't wait to get the monthly and weekly inserts from them. From this, and this, I realized, and if I'm being honest, my other gratitude journal, which doesn't have the same format as this one, it's an interesting thing. This gratitude journal is more like, I'm grateful for this and that, but I do this in the morning, and this is more designed for at night. I was doing it in the morning, and then I realized there were some questions about, like, what about today, blah blah. So this is like a nighttime thing, because I was taking it to work, but I want to now do it correctly, so I'm doing it at night when I come home. So obviously I'm going to stay in the plotter. Obviously I'm going to have a Hobonichi Weeks as a planner, whether it's this one or a new one. I really love this one, so it would really have to be like an amazing one. The ones that I'm questioning getting again are the gratitude and the tarot. Not because I don't want to do gratitude and tarot, but because I'd like perhaps to have something that's. Let's talk about Sterling Ink, and that's where it started. I just saw her video on her new planner. I do have one of her common planner undated. I think this might be a half one. I'm not sure. Obviously never used it. So I'm probably going to try it out and see how it works. But the ones that really appealed to me were the common books, I think they're called. Booklets. The one that had the goals, the quarters, and the month, and a few pages for notes. I think that is such a great idea to have for planning your goals. And I think that would really, really work for me to stay on track here on YouTube and with other goals that I have, because life seems to get in the way and I keep forgetting to check in with myself on the things that I want to do. And I would love to have a tool for that. Now, that's where I'm thinking, if you have goals, once you have your gratitude journaling in the same book, and perhaps even your tarot, like kind of have a personal goal with all the tools you use to accomplish that, which tarot is kind of like a guide for me, and gratitude is to remind myself of how lucky I am. And so all those work towards you accomplishing the goals the best. This is probably the longest video, and hopefully I will post it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Obviously 1 week's for sure, plotter for sure, and perhaps Sterling Ink booklets, the monthly one. And I was thinking about getting actually either a B6M to use in a cute cover, or like a big one, so that it's like, it can be messy. I'm not worried about, this is not going to be a pretty one. This is going to be really, really goal oriented. And I've been doing a lot of research. It's in my little folder in my plotter. So I'm going to try it on this undated and see. First, everybody's raving about the paper, which is really beautiful. It's Tomo River paper, but it has the vision board at the beginning with a few pages, and then she has a goal breakdown. I mean, it's literally done for that purpose. And then I think this one's interesting, because it looks like it's made for me, yeah, to do the monthly. You can't see the lines, it's basically really open, and I like that the weeks have timestamps. So that's why I want to try this one, because I'm kind of like thinking either booklet with just month, or actually just do a half year common planner with the actual dates. This one I bought a couple of years ago. So yeah, before I make the purchase, I have a couple weeks. I think not even the booklets are not going to be out on September 1st. I think she said some common planner will. So yeah, if you're still here, you're awesome. Thanks for watching, and I will be posting before 30 days. Bye.